I'm Mike Brown. I'm a professor of planetary astronomy here at Caltech in Pasadena, California, and I'm going to be teaching a class called The Science of the Solar System. This is a class where we're going to explore the solar system through science, through physics, through chemistry, through biology, through geology, and try to not just understand what's out there in the solar system, what people have been discovering, but how they've been making these discoveries, how we know the things we know about the solar system. The class is not going to be one of these typical solar system classes where we start at Mercury and we move our way out to the last planet, Neptune. It's going to be one where instead, a much more interesting way, I think, to cover a class is to focus on a small number of topics and then bring everything we can figure out about the solar system into those topics. The topics that we're going to cover in this class include water on Mars. Where and when has there been water on Mars? To understand that, we'll have to understand the atmosphere of Mars, the interior of Mars, the history of Mars, a lot of the geology. We're going to move from that to understanding giant planets, the interiors of giant planets. We see these big, beautiful things like Jupiter in the sky. What's on the inside? Well, we're going to have to use some physics of compressing things at really high pressures. We'll have to use observations of other giant planets throughout the universe to understand this. We're going to then look at the smallest bodies in the solar system, the things in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, the things out beyond Neptune in what we call the Kuiper belt, and figure out how we can use these smallest bodies to unravel the entire history of the solar system. And finally, we're going to look at life in the solar system and in the universe and think about where we should be looking for hints of life and habitability. And we're going to also do some things like go talk to some of the scientists working on the Mars rover, the Curiosity rover that's driving across Mars right now. We're going to take a trip up to Mauna Kea on the big island of Hawaii to use one of the biggest telescopes in the world to look for some of the most distant objects in our own solar system. And we're going to have an exclusive interview with the guy who killed Pluto, which is me, so it's kind of easy. If that sounds fun to you, I think you'll like this class. I'm looking forward to teaching this class, and I'm really looking forward to having you in this class coming up on Coursera.